Let's start with a poem. 'Twas the night before bolstering, when all through the house not a person was typing, not even a mouse. The packs were all pulled, patrols avoided with care, in hopes that the weekly vault would soon be there. The pushers were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of trinkets dancing in their heads. The healers in their kerchiefs, and I in my cap. We had all settled our brains for the long winter's nap. When out on the discord there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
Wow.
This is Cop sending news. 4:30 a.m. he's doing this key. This is like the day before reset. It's like Tuesday morning, Monday night, whatever you want to say. Trying to squeeze that last 18 in there so you can get 8 keys for his vault, and this is the result. I don't even know what to say. He finds the craziest things. I really don't understand. I mean, like, what is even going on here? I think the weirdest part about it is there's not another word said. Like, look at the chat right now. I am scrolling through the entire video. This is the only other time anybody speaks. This guy says R and then just like immediately pulls. Like, he literally types it and then pulls. It's like, well, okay, yeah, well, you give people a lot of time. Or pulls the whole thing. Like, you know, this is before bolstering, luckily, but no real issues happened. There's actually 0 deaths up until this point. Again, it's a tyrannical week. Like, this is totally fine. But then he does this, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, he goes over here, pulls all 3 of these. Now, to be honest, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, this does not look like a bad pull to me until you see what's creeping behind him in the background. So now we got the Ravager coming in from the side too, and that is gonna aggro into the back as well. And I mean, again, 18 tyrannical, like, hey, I think we could probably get this done, but yeah, healer is just gonna end up going down. Now, fair enough, dude. I've been battling this middle room. It's a huge pain in the ass. I think we finally figured out how to do it. Just wait for that mob to clear out and then pull the big pull out of the room. I mean, he technically does that, but he just then forgets about the Ravager. The Ravager is like the most dangerous mob in here. I honestly feel like that. So then we get back up here. Now I'm like ultra confused what's going on. Like, what is that? Why is there a oracle just standing there? The only thing I could think of is that the priest actually mind controlled this from the previous pack. So yeah, we just have the one mob. Nobody's interrupting it. Don't worry about that part. Just, yeah, it's fine. We got that and the Ravager now, and we're gonna fight these 2 things. Like, again, obviously not dangerous. It is tyrannical. But this is obviously where it gets wild. Like, look at, you just watch the interrupt tracker here. Like, this is why they wipe here. I can only imagine. This, first of all, this guy uses his interrupt on nothing. Like, this mob doesn't cast a spell. So he goes into the pack with his interrupt down. Everybody's a little confused. I don't know what they're doing. They're just like not watching where the tank is or something like that. But watch how this all gets initiated again. And this is what's really bothering me this season. We have a lot of weird, just non-interrupting going on when people have their interrupts up. Like, I don't know why they're not using them. I guess in this case, people aren't ready. So you see all 3 casts are about to go off. They're going to go off here. This guy, again, he pulls the pack without an interrupt, so he doesn't even try. Then he does actually like try to stop the cast, but it's too late. He misses. All 3 of them just got their cast off, so he interrupts nothing with this. Then they're doing it again. Again, no interrupts go out. All 3 casts go off. Not a single person interrupts. The mage finally interrupts, and then he does that, I guess, right? Like, dude, can you guys explain this? When did mage get a knockback? It looks like the blast wave icon. Is that actually a knockback now? I had no idea that was a knockback, but that kind of thing frustrates me to no end. We have a bunch of interrupts up and this guy just knocks them back instead of actually just letting people interrupt. Or like, don't they have dragon's breath? Like the guy's frost. I don't know who has what anymore, but we have them all split up. Even cops just sitting there punching one target. So now people just start going down. The healer actually dies first. And that's why this is so confusing to me, because this guy who just supersedes the triple dot with the quad question mark, then types throw in all caps, he actually gets a reply that's equally confusing. The guy goes, you need to kite them, dude. It's like, what? You died first. Who's kiting what? I don't understand what's happening in this key. But yeah, the knockback really dooms them. Everything's all split up, so we're not getting disruption. And then I don't know what this guy dies to. I guess it's just maybe a combination of casts plus the fact that he's getting eaten by one of the dragons. It's hard to tell, and I don't know like what could have been done to save this guy. But you know, to me, like this pack is not that, like, it's a fine pack. It's a fine pull to do. I don't look at this as anything that shouldn't be considered, but the group's just not ready for it. And primarily because the tank doesn't interrupt. Like, look, he has not interrupted. He interrupted nothing on the previous mob, then doesn't use his interrupt on this pack. The pack that has the most interrupts needed in the entire dungeon, pretty much. And then types this like bizarrely cryptic message. So this is what I woke up to. Like I log on Discord and I see this. Like this is what Cop sends me this. It's 4:30 in the a.m. He sends me this. Why did you disband? Have I put it together before? Good boy Storm Rage leaves the party. Now, I know there's this like trope that there's a lot of people playing on the United States servers that don't speak English, and they're sometimes sequestered to certain realms. Storm Rage has now kind of emerged as one of these realms. But like, if you're typing this, I just don't know what the goals are, because that doesn't make any sense. Nothing that was written here makes any sense whatsoever. And it makes me immediately start to think like, this guy doesn't know what he's typing. When he says throw, does he actually mean knockback? I'm not saying that he does or doesn't, but it makes me wonder if he's actually trying to communicate with the people and understand their decision making. When you type something this bizarre and I don't, it's 4:30 in the morning. What's going on? I really don't know. You guys tell me, dude. Why did you disband? Have I put it together before? Like that might be the most cryptic thing I've ever read. And if you take it literally, it's like super confusing. Like, why did you disband right before the guy leaves the key? But I swear, but he says throw and then disband. And the only thing I can think of is he's basically saying, why did you knock those mobs back? Why did you throw them? Have I put it together before? Like, what is he drunk? Is it bad English? I don't know the answer. It kind of reminds me, I don't know how many people ever heard this, but like there's this like really weird story that Rose Nama Eunice told about Joanna Jędrzejczyk, or however you say her name, about like this really strange interaction she had with her, where she met her in the hallway and she just said like something ultra cryptic to her, and her and Pat Barry or whatever was thinking like, oh, they did it, she did it to try to psych her out. But it's like, it reads the same way. I'm like, is this guy trying to psych him out? Like, is he trying to confuse him so he could leave the key? Like, I have no idea what's going on here. We'll just chalk it up to a Christmas miracle. Remember, if you guys are out there running low keys, please hit that record button, send them to me. You can email to me, send it to me in Discord, or whatever is easiest, however you want to do it. But there is some great moments out there. I know that because we have another great one coming up, so stay tuned for that too. Wish Cop luck. He's been feeling really ill. Always time around this time here, everybody gets sick, so stay healthy, enjoy the holiday season. Stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be a banger too, man. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.